Hello. I'm back, kind of. This is going to be an update video. Just have a game running in the background, so there's something to see. I went away. I don't remember the last time I uploaded. I had been recording some things before I left, but I never did finish them. Oh, things are a bit in limbo, and I'm a bit disoriented with this whole YouTube thing. But yeah, I went away to see the eclipse that went over North America in April. I traveled across Canada to the east to get under the totality of it. I went with my dog in a van of sorts and spent about 8 months traveling around the East Coast, seeing those provinces. I got back a couple months ago, exhausted. My health is still very challenging. Traveling on the road was hard, but rewarding as well. Saw some beautiful things. Got to connect more with my dog. It's pretty new to me before I left. A good way to figure something out with an animal is to spend a significant amount of time in a box on wheels with them. And yeah, it's good company. Yeah. Spent most of the time since I've been back just trying to rest and recover. And I'm still doing so. I've started to play some games again. This one is one of them. It really captivated me, and I kind of wish I'd recorded. It was just really fun. That's an early access game. It's kind of simulation, but they have a story as well. The story was actually something I really enjoyed. It load up a bit. I'm also testing my recording software. Already had a crash, so let's see if this works. Ding ding. Checking. No. Yes? Maybe I can't pause. I need to be able to pause. Unpause? Can't tell if this is still working. OBS is having a time. Kinda looks like it's working. Really slowly. Oh, now we're back. So this is part of the challenge of recording, is nothing works. Do you remember it working? Alright, I'll just have to check after. So anyway, fun little game. So the story is you lost your memory. A bit more to it. You end up in a town. There's this abandoned building, and you can become a blacksmith. You got these homeless children who live here as well with you. And the idea is you get these customers that come in, and they're kind of the ones who deliver the story of the game to you. And you've got some pecs on you. And quite the look. Okay, he wants a weapon to kill someone, anyway. So yeah, you've got the actual blacksmithing part is quite fun. I found it quite rewarding. So you load up some coal in the smelter. And I'll show you the temperature in there. It heats up. You can use the bellows. Speed things up. Get a smelting bucket. Put some more in. Do some copper. And each metal has its own melting point that you have to learn. And you basically design weapons at this desk. Loading up parts. And kind of some creative liberties. do as you wish, and you slowly unlock more parts and things too. But we could just make a very basic, not too stylish dagger, I guess. That's weird. There, let's do that. Just to get something going. And there's more to it. Like it'll show you weight and all these things, stats. Save some designs. You can even like curve the blade. We'll do that. Put a bit of a curve. And when you're dissatisfied with your weapon, just hit start. And that essentially will load things in. So this is a lathe. Allows us to customize the handles. But when we lock in that recipe, it also locks this thing in. Now we have a mold. And then if we boost this up, copper melts at 1,000 something. Oh, should be getting close. But yes, anyway, there's an update coming out for this game the next week or two. It's partly why I wanted to finish the story, so in case the update broke the saves, which I think previous updates have. Yeah, it's got some interesting mechanics. Like there you can see copper 99.92. So the ore will degrade if you overcook it, heat it up too much. But otherwise you take these and you hammer them out. And you can get some skills to increase your hammering speed. And there's, oh, yeah, 99s. You pull off metal. You can get things a little bit higher. There is 100, but it's incredibly hard to land on it. I had landed on it once out of I don't know how many weapons I made. Usually it's kind of your similar to the bucket, 99.9 kind of thing. So these parts are kind of standard, hammering them out. Now the blades I find they're more interesting. So they have multi-stages to the hammering. It's just the visuals of it, the mechanics of the game, everything kind of felt really good. So you can see the temperature slowly decreases. If we want to, we can heat it back up in here, although this isn't cooking. More coal in. Bring up the temperature. Each metal has its own like ideal working temperature that you can kind of figure out. So copper's around this. This is what I found I like to do. Just kind of find the right temperature. Oops, and not lose count, which I'm going to when I'm going to talk. Do that well. But if you do it consistently, you can get a bit more efficient. Hammering out the blades. You don't have to be totally perfect, but it can be fun to try to make a perfect weapon. And then you can quench it in this barrel. And I learned that there's a pretty consistent temperature. Make this a little bit easier. There we have it. Now all we need need is a hand. I forgot the length. What did I decide? 20. And that customer, he'll wait there as long as you like. The game is pretty chill. Take your time. Oh, there's a blade right there. I'm just going to use any wood. Don't have to use the wood that I chose in the design. But it will overlay that little pattern that we chose. And at the moment, this part is mostly just for visuals. It does, however, if you look at the top left, it will decrease the weight of this thing, which can affect the stats, or will affect the stats on the weapons. Some consideration has to be taken. I kind of just satisfaction. And there we go. Now we have all of our parts, and we can assemble it. But we can also choose. We have 2 colors right now. Sure, blue. You can also get some skill unlocks to make this a little bit less finicky. But overall, assembling weapons is... even the slightest of clicks can move it a lot. But as long as you're above 95 or so, it's all pretty good. And then you grind it down. I really like just the little visuals, like see the blade sharpening. Quite rewarding. And I had a lot of fun just being a little humble blacksmith making weapons. There's parts of the game that kind of don't work as well, but again, it's early development. And some of that will change. What kind of weapon did you want? You need to kill a man. I have to give that... oh yeah, there's lots of swearing in this. Punishment it deserves. And I need a very special weapon for this. Can you help me with that? Look, man, don't know what to tell you. I don't want you to kill this man. Or, you know... I can't let you kill that man with my weapons. Please leave now. I mean, I'm a blacksmith. I make weapons. People are going to use them to kill. They are death tools. I kind of played like, sure, what do you want? I want a dagger. Something like a piece of kitchen blade. Must be sharp dagger. Its quality must be enough to kill that man. Common dagger, cut 20. I don't know, 400? Sure. So, I don't suppose this is good enough. Oh, it is. No, it's not. Cut is 1, is 4, is 5. So this one is not sufficient to give to him. But we can put it on a rack here. And we can even adjust the sails. Right now, this economics of the game is pretty basic. It doesn't really matter how good your weapon is. It's more just what your weapon's made out of and things. And the percentage just dictates how likely it will be to sell. Like customers come in and they roll the dice 50-50. So if you want them to sell this one, let's see. You have 2 types of customers. Ones that have like specific orders, and then your random customers that just come in to browse off the shelf. Thinking about it. Oh, and he took it, and we have our first sale and our first bag of money. So yeah, this is that game in a nutshell. It's a lot of that. It can be quite fun in this setting. There's upgrades you can get. It's quite dark out here. For example, I'm not sure if we're recording. For example, this is the same shop, but this is in-game. So you get to furnish the place, you get a lot of upgrades, make some tools that are worth quite a lot of money. The visual effects are quite blinding. Another thing about this game that I really liked was a lot of the resources are in books. See, it doesn't really hold your hand or tell you what to do. You kind of have to figure it out. But it gives you almost like in-game tutorials. So it tells you like if you want to make a dagger, how long the blade should be, how long the hilt. or a short sword, or a glaive. So sometimes a customer will come in asking for like a horse jobber. You're like, what's a horse jobber? I have no idea. It's like, okay. So as you put the designs in here, it will change depending on. So right now it says a dagger. If I go longer, now it's a war spike. Go longer, now it's half a spear. Now it's a spear. Do guard, you start adding some blades. It goes from spear to glaive, to king's glaive, to giant killer. If you decrease that, now it's a widowmaker. Now it's a toothpick. So, like, gives you, like, there's various weapon types. Hello, this is my wife. And then it has information about the ores. So it'll tell you like the density, which you can use to calculate how much ore you need to make a given weapon, but you're going to have to manually do it yourself, which is kind of fun. And the melting point, temperatures, all that stuff. And then you spend most of your time in there, but outside there's this town square. And there's some buildings all around here. So you don't see too much of the actual town, but the town feels large anyway. You can do some mining out in that direction. And overall, yeah, the story was really, really fun. And it's got some, I don't know, intense language and intense scenes, but it fit well all together. And this is another game we just got, played a little bit of. It is called Survival, Fountain of Youth. And I was thinking maybe... I'm going to play it. I could try recording it. Health's been hard, to be honest here. I don't know what I can do. Every day is a bit of a crapshoot. So sometimes I can play a game, but I can't necessarily record. But we'll see if there's interest. Maybe I can load something up. Skip intro. Sure. And confirm. So it reminds me of like The Forest, kind of. It's a bit different. We start off on a ship. There's some story. So if we play it, we'll get more into all of that. For now, we have to get off this ship. So I played maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes, maybe a bit longer. A map with the location of the grotto. Okay. We gotta get off. We can take 4 items with us. We'll just take stuff. Take that and a pistol. Sounds great. Okay. So one thing I enjoy is it actually runs well on my computer, which isn't a powerhouse by any means. But it seems to run well enough, so I thought if it ran well enough, then I could also record. Same with Blacksmith one. I think I could record that one. Might have to turn down the settings a bit. It's very much like a survival game. It's quite beautiful. Oh. Interesting. I've just spawned randomly somewhere. Some seeds? Probably didn't need to pick that up. I see you. Critter. But overall, I like it. It's like pretty, I don't know, visually, it's up. It's good. But yeah, so what's the difference is you don't like chop things down like you would normally do, right? Survival game. You just interact with it. And you decide what you want to remove from it. I want to remove some of those. It tells us it'll take 20 minutes. And then you just harvest. So that's got a day-night cycle. I changed it to 1x. So this is like 1 time speed, but every time you do something, it passes the time. So even though this will be running at normal speed, and I did that so as there's no rush. Like, basically take our time, but anytime you craft things or do things, you know the day's going to progress anyway. So I don't know too much about the game. I went through the tutorial and I did a little bit. Played enough that I feel like I have a clue of what I'm doing, but definitely not a lot. Go check out that crate. You can swim. Overall, the mechanics just seem pretty interesting. There's a demo available, so that's what I played. Played the demo and then... Ooh, coconut. I like the demo, so decided to just get the game while it's on sale. And it's been on my wish list, or I've been watching it, I guess, on Steam for a while. I wasn't sure if I'd ever get it. Oh, we got some builder kits. Sure. We're gonna restart anyway, so this is just for fun. Interaction. Ah, inventory. No, that's my inventory. Container. Obsidian saw. Sure. New goal, obsidian. But you can build. So it's got statuses. You get sick and things. Got a flu, apparently. Oh, I'm soaked. So I need to dry off, make a fire. And since we just washed up on the shore, we're not in the greatest of shapes. Let's see, is there stuff around that we could use to make a fire? A lot of these. Those are useful for crafting beds early on. At least that's all I've used them for. You got stamina. What else do we got? We got a character sheet. You get points. Survival points. And you can increase things. So that's kind of fun. It's got a great journaling system. The mapping system, you have to map yourself, which is really neat. Though we do have some information, like this is where we are, the Island of Hope. And there's obsidian and stone. Also other islands you can go to, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, mapping process is pretty cool. Essentially, if you can get really high up, you can survey around, but you need a writing implement. Birds. Shadows of the birds. There he is. That's really neat. Some chickens. And a nest. One-time speed. I do feel like I won't be in any hurry to do things. And hopefully our vitals go down at that speed as well. And then we can pass time by doing things. Looking for some wood so I can make a fire. I haven't seen any. I do have that axe though, so we could have broken down some stuff at that camp that we started at. I also have that, I don't know how to access it. Spyglass. How do I use the spyglass? But yeah, got crafting. So, permitted bed, we can make that. It takes 30 minutes. So, everything is a little different than on, I think, your normal survival game. Sorry. I did play Green Hell. Didn't record that either. I enjoyed that one. It had an interesting story as well. I found myself just enjoying the survival aspect of things. But yes, anyway, this was more just a preview and an update. this was a game I was going to play. Hello, crab. I would like to eat you, but I don't have anything to... Ooh, and a turtle. Get you with. Well, this is probably a pretty slow paced, as you can see. There's sharks and things. I haven't seen one yet. They exist. And I don't know if I can... Hello. Why can't I just take you? I want to eat you. Uh-oh, I'm gonna start drowning. Drowning? What did I say? Yeah, I once thought about like swimming to an island, and I realized that wouldn't work. We are not apt enough at swimming. But if we do swim, if you look at the bottom there, you can see it just said like swimming plus 13. So you get better at things simply by doing them, which is cool. Reminds me of Elder Scrolls. Morrowind was the first game I think I played that had that mechanic. Just do stuff, and your character will improve. Which was similar to the Quest for Glory. Oh, no, I guess Quest for Glory was a pixel game I played on the channel. So that's another one I'd like to play if I can get back to it, the third one. But yeah, anyway. Ooh. This one we could climb up. It's a good one to do some mapping. Relax some of the gear. So anyway, that's the Fountain of Youth. And then we have this one. Crimson Diamond, recommended by one of you. It's point and click. I have no idea. Not played it. Welcome to the tutorial room. My name's Nancy Maple. I'll be showing you some of the basics of playing a text parser adventure game. Perfect. Follow the text prompts at the bottom of the screen to progress through the tutorial. When you first enter a room, it's useful to start typing look. Just start typing on your keyboard as you normally would. When you type look in a room, the game will describe important features. You see a cupboard and a green door. The game will also list the other characters in that room. Jack is here. Hi, Jack. Type look Jack. Or look man or look person will work too. Well done. Look Jack. Jack is tall, lean man with a shining bald head. He is Mr. Richards' employee and is in charge of the cooking, cleaning, gardening, and a myriad of other tasks the lodge might require. He's wary, but still seems to be in decent spirits. Jack is somewhere in his 40s. He's quite young then. Ha ha ha. Jack is here to help with the tutorial. Thanks, Jack. How do you do? Looking at characters at different points in the game may give you additional information. Try to talk to Jack and see what he has to say. Talk to Jack. Hello, Jack. My name's Nancy Maple. No, it's not. Oh, I'm Nancy? Right. That's me. I'm Nancy. Nice to meet you, Nancy. You can ask me about this tutorial. Type Ask Jack about tutorial. So, I guess this is how this game will go. Well done. Default move method is click to walk, shown by the 2 footprints. The blue in the upper left corner of the icon indicates what the target spot is. Or you can use the arrow keys to move around the screen. You can also ask me about inventory. Ask Jack. Like his inventory? Or is he going to talk about my inventory? You can access your inventory by typing inv or I into the cursor. Or you can press tab. Cursor will change to an eye. Click the eye on the items in your inventory to look at them. An issue of the Toronto Eye from a few weeks ago. Click on the gray loop icon at the bottom of the inventory window. The cursor will become a loop. Loop? A lupe? What's that? I don't know what a lupe is. You can examine some of your inventory more closely with a lupe. I don't think that's right. You admire the minute dots that comprise the newspaper. Okay. You can close the inventory. You can also examine objects in the room by using that thing, which I'll have to look up. Type examine. It's like a magnifying glass, eyepiece, a lupe? No idea. Examine the cupboard. Okay, click around, move. How do I use the lupe though? Ask Jack. Okay, no. Examine cupboards. The cupboard is made of a lovely fine-grained wood, though it's seen better days. Well done. Okay, so if we look at things, it uses the loupe. Most furniture won't be that interesting to examine. This is just an example. If you're not sure what to do next, you can check your notebook. Try Ask Jack about notebook. Aww. This will be a game of hearing me type. The notebook can be helpful if you get stuck. It'll tell you what you need to do next to progress through the game. Be careful. If you simply follow the notebook's prompts, you might miss important details. The notebook will be displayed if you type Note or N. To flip through your notebook pages, click the green up and down, or use the arrow keys on your keyboard. You can close the notebook by clicking the X, or hit Escape. Thanks so much, Jack. You can also ask me about that cupboard over there. I don't want to. I want to leave. Alright, Jack. What if we just put about cupboard? We don't reference Jack. Ah. We're learning. We don't have to mention him at all. You can open the cupboard by typing open. We'll open the door. Oh, if you type open door, it'll open the green door, not the cupboard door. Sometimes there will be more than one cupboard, in which case you might have to walk close to the cupboard you want to open. I see. Open cupboard. Ooh, you opened it. Looks like there's something inside the cupboard. If you look cupboard, the game will tell you. If you look in cupboard, the game will tell you what's inside the cupboard. Search also works. Search cupboard. You see a green hat in the cupboard. Well done. Take green hat. You take the green hat. Congratulations, you completed the tutorial. Open the door and leave. Congratulations, well done, you're great, fantastic job. The tutorial has covered everything you need to know. I'm paraphrasing. And what about put on hat? You don't need to wear the hat. But I want. Can't use but in this game. But why not? Open door. Since this is the main door, it'll open that door. Well done! If you're ready to leave the tutorial, either use the arrow keys or walk through the door. Click the feet icon to the right of the doorway. This room will reset once you leave it. It's for playing. You're welcome. Alright, it's Crimson Diamond. So, another option of things to play. Another game is Satisfactory. Actually playing this before I left. I think it got I think it's released now? Or something? I know it got an update while I was away. I just started Oil. It was fun. I'd like to play it again. I kind of only play like one game at a time though, I find. So whenever I'm playing, it's just that one game. But I would like to revisit this. It's quite fun. I feel like I could do it better than I did. Much to learn. But anyway, assuming this recording worked, but noticing OBS is freezing up, so the video might be corrupt and all this for naught. Otherwise, we have a 29-minute video of me playing some random games and just saying hello to all of you, and that I'm still alive. And yeah, I do occasionally post in the community section of the YouTube page, and I do get notified if anyone has a comment or anything like that. I do try to, if it's a question, I'll try to answer it. If it's just a message, I'll do the, that little heart thing is on YouTube. Just let you know that I have read your comment. And appreciate it. Anyway, that's it. Bye-bye.